a while since I saw anything that was Power Ranger related, so it was a nice little treat to my childhood self. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Netflix released a new Power Rangers special, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. Upon first impression, I was so excited to see most of the original cast from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, I remember as a kid, I would watch reruns on this channel called Jetix. Man, that's just such a big part of my childhood, and I've talked about it in a previous video when it was the loss of Jason David Frank. Seeing this special without him kind of feels off. I think for me, and I think for others as well, Jason David Frank is pretty much the face of the Power Rangers franchise. It almost feels like anything Power Rangers, especially in the Mighty Morphin area, if it doesn't have Jason David Frank in it, it doesn't feel right, and it doesn't feel like it's original. But there were some others that did not make appearances as well. There was Amy Jo Johnson, who plays the original Kimberly in the Mighty Morphin show. She didn't return. And also the original Jason didn't return. So we got Rocky and Kat filling in their spots. Rita Repulsa is now a robot? I mean, I guess that's an easy way to replace said actor. And that's kind of Power Rangers-esque to do, where Power Rangers in the beginning was scenes from the original Super Sentai and then brought in with like American filming. So it kind of makes sense as to why they did. It was interesting seeing the mix of new and old shots being used to kind of help film the fights of the classic Power Rangers. I thought that was dope. This special kind of did the death of Trini, the Yellow Ranger, and it's still something I'm not sure how to feel about. For anyone that doesn't know, the original actress that played Trini died back in 2001. So for this special, they kind of made her die as a ranger, sacrificing herself for Billy, the Blue Ranger. We then find out that Trini had a daughter named Min. Zach and Billy take on the responsibility to tell her that her mother passed away due to Rita Repulsa. Zach kind of takes Min on as the legal guardian. So he's essentially like her uncle slash father. I don't know, but the dialogue of this special really took me back to rewatching all those old episodes. Not in a bad way, but it's there. Something that I've been trying to do, especially for this review, is just take away the movie critic lens and just go back to being a kid. When I was a kid, I absolutely loved Power Rangers. I think one of my favorites to this day is still Mighty Morphin, but then second to that would probably be In Space. I mean, Power Rangers in space? Huh. But back to the spec. Something that kind of made me laugh was that Rocky kind of has a gut, but then when he morphs into the Red Ranger, there is no gut to be found. I guess it's like in Power Rangers Turbo, where the kid turned into a full-grown adult when he morphed. Oh, it just takes away your gut. Now, this special was only about 55 minutes, and honestly, it felt like the pacing was slow. But then again, it's a kid's show, or a kid's special, pretty much. Like, this is more so geared for kids with that nostalgia factor. Does that make sense? For instance, I found myself reminiscing to the old times when I would watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with a present spin to it. You know, all these actors that played these when they were like in their early 20s, they're all grown up now, like old. But another thing I admire about that is that they still love being a Power Ranger. Like, they're still so devoted to this franchise. Every year when I go to Comic-Con, I always see at least a couple Power Rangers, and they're always so excited to see other Power Rangers fans. It's kind of annoying the way they took away Jason, Kimberly, and Tommy was by wrapping them up and putting them as like a little action figure in their little display. I don't know. Part of me thinks that's like poor taste, but at least they're like still mentioned. We did get some cameos from other parts of the Power Rangers franchise, and it was nice seeing Adam and Aisha from the original like recast of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was cool. I can admire Min's want for revenge, for vengeance against Rita because of her killing her mom, but the way she went about it in the beginning was very Anakin Skywalker-esque. Like, she just wanted to kill her and have justice for her mother, which is understandable. It was just approached the wrong way. And Billy and Zach saw that and said like, hey, you're not ready to be a ranger. But she says, nah, screw you guys. I'm going to be a ranger.
Survey says
Goofy behavior. We don't stand for that here in the Sanctuary. I like how Zach reels Min in by asking her what it is to be a ranger. It's not being witty and kicking ass. It's hard. It's an actual job. It's a responsibility to keep lives safe. Another thing he said was that her mother knew the risks of being a ranger and sacrificed herself for Billy. Though what Mint said that really hurt was when she was talking to Billy and saying if it wasn't for him, her mother would still be alive. I was like, ugh. Ouch. Like, Billy's already had such a terrible, rough time as a ranger, and you're just gonna throw that on him? Come on. I will say the ending was a little anticlimactic and just kind of there, but it would have been nice to see the Power Rangers that were caught in the little quote collection come out and like kick ass with the OG Power Rangers. Even if you don't show the actors, I think it would have been a cool little add-in to kind of help build the excitement of all these Rangers being trapped and then coming out to join Full Grove. Though in a way I understand why they didn't. I mean, we did just have like that big special a couple years back, and Jason David Frank was in that one. Now, this special was made before Jason David Frank's passing, so that part is also a little sad to hear. And to see him at the end of the credits was just hard. It's something I never thought that in my 20s I would see another Ranger pass away. It really is tragic when you see a lot of your childhood heroes go. Like I said, Tommy Oliver, aka Jason David Frank, was the face of the Power Rangers. Probably the reason why so many people got into and stayed with Rangers. And to see him gone is just a different world. I think I heard that for the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, they're going to be making another one on Netflix. So maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. Who knows? But overall, I thought it was a decent special. Nothing to really like write home about, considering the dialogue was like extremely corny and like going back to the 90s. But still a good time. Still a nice treat for my childhood self. Did you see the Netflix special? What did you think? Are you going to see it? Which is your favorite Power Ranger? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please be sure to give a like. It is always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Next to that is a notification bell for every week this lover boy pops up in your feed. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.